they have enough to finish this game, as Frank Reich said. Here's Taylor. Taylor's going to finish it!
It's 3rd and 10, throwing into the wind, way down the field. Oh my goodness! This is going to be 98 yards!
Taylor steps into it, pass is caught! Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown!
Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag.
Cat Coulter right next to him. Once again, the sideline.
Oh God! Stokely down the sideline. Can he catch him?
Down the field. It is caught by Tyree.
For the touchdown! With a walk-off touchdown. A game ender for the Packers.
Fantasy football is a beloved pastime of America, with millions of people participating in leagues with their friends each year. It is also a cornerstone of friendships and is frequently discussed among the Jonathan Law population. To better understand the significance of fantasy football at Law, we'll ask players to share their personal definitions of the activity.
Fantasy football, I would define as it's all about making the playoffs, right? Regular season, not about how you start. I guess it's like life.
Fantasy is kind of like joy to me. I get to wake up on Sunday, wait till 1 o'clock, and just perfect. Just I get to watch football.
I would define fantasy football as just a fun game to play with people you're close with. You can add interest to it for playing for money. And I think it's overall meant to bring friends together and stuff like that.
Excitement, depression, I think of money.
It's about making the playoffs. It's about making a big statement once you get in the playoffs, but anything can happen, right? You just got to make it. So that's how I would define fantasy football.
Fantasy football players are highly passionate and dedicated, often dedicating countless hours to just strategizing and improving their teams. In addition to enhancing their football knowledge and skills, participating in fantasy football allows players to make new friends and strengthen existing relationships. To get a glimpse into the lives of fantasy football players, we interviewed both students and teachers at Law. Hello, Devin. What sport do you play?
I play football.
At Jonathan Law, I play basketball, and next year I'm going to be playing football.
So currently I'm playing basketball, but I played football in the fall. Sucks I got hurt, and then I play baseball in the spring.
How is your fantasy team doing this year?
Not very well. I have missed the playoff this year by 0.3 points.
So I'm in 3 different leagues. One, just a fun league amongst the teachers here at Law. I'm in another league with with a bunch of my buddies from home, from Long Island, and then a league with my buddies from school. And I would say they're very much average this year, all my teams.
Solid right now. I started off 0-5 and then finished 8-6. So I'm the 3 seed currently in the playoffs right now, and I'm ready to win some money.
Started out really good, but after Breece Hall's injury, my team spiraled into a downhill.
I got 3 of them. I'm in the playoffs. I got the first round bye and the first 2. And the other one, I'm all right. I did make the 8th spot in the league. So while we're in the playoffs, it's all that matters.
Are doing pretty good. I would say so. I've got 2 teams that are on bye weeks actually in the playoffs right now, so we're looking pretty good. I was the number 2 seed in the league that I care about, and then I was the number 1 seed here at the school league, so doing pretty good. Not bad.
One league, I'm the number 1 seed as 10-4. In another league, I didn't make the playoffs, going 7-7.
So is there any financial compensation, and do you play for that reason?
Oh yeah, there's financial compensation. Oh yeah, and that's the primary, I wouldn't say it's a primary reason, but it's definitely a big incentive for me to do well and to invest time and energy into picking my roster and my teams.
Everyone puts in $10, and if you win the league, you get all the money, or most of the money. And I don't play exactly for that reason, but it's a pretty nice perk.
In 2 of the leagues there are, and the one here at Law, it's just for fun and bragging rights amongst the teachers at school. Do I play for that reason? It's certainly it certainly helps. The incentive helps.
Yes, definitely. I do. We got one league with all my friends who some go here. It's a winner gets $90. Second place, they don't have to pay the winner, and a loser has a punishment. In another league, I can win up to $600 because it's my dad's league. And same thing, another one. I'm in another one of my dad's leagues. I can win up to $800. How much time do you devote to fantasy football?
Definitely a lot, like Sundays from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. If I'm not doing anything, I'm just watching football, looking at see how my team's doing. So
I would say a good 5 minutes per day.
Maybe 1 to 2 hours.
How much time? I would say maybe half an hour throughout the week, and then on Sundays it gets a little more intense right around the 1 o'clock game.
I would probably say during the regular season, I'd probably dedicate 30 minutes to, no, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe like an hour or so. I listen to like podcasts, and I just read about articles like fantasypros.com. I do a lot of research on there. And I try to see who's going to be the most sought after person on like the waiver wire, and I try to scoop them up if I can. Or in one of the leagues here, like we do defenses, so I try to stream like certain defenses, what the matchup's going to be, what the weather's like. There's actually quite a bit of research I think that goes into it.
A good amount of time. Like I spend maybe 30-ish minutes a day.
Time-wise, maybe like 30 minutes tops. That's like throughout the whole day, too, checking all three teams.
Who drove your interest towards fantasy football?
Probably Matt Simon, because last year he kept talking about it all the time, about how he kept getting crushed every week.
Probably all my friends.
Mr. Zura. Yeah, Mr. Zura did. So it was a couple years back, and my friends played in high school and everything, but I think when I heard him talking about it a couple years ago, it got me interested in it. He explained it to me, and then now I'm actually in one of like his, I guess, family leagues that he's in. So he definitely helped me out in getting me interested in the sport.
My interest, definitely my dad and brother, because they were part of some leagues together for a very long time.
It's just always been a popular thing that I wanted to get a part of. So there's a lot of culture around it. It's just a big like overall thing around the whole country.
Ooh, who drove my interest? I don't know if there's one person. I think growing up, when you're younger in middle and high school, it's a fun thing to do with your friends. And it's just kind of taken off from there.
I would definitely say my dad, he's big in it. Big like work leagues and stuff like that. So
You say being a part of fantasy football leagues rises your interest in the sport?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, I would not watch the Cardinals-Patriots game on Sunday unless I had people that were actually like I had Marquise Goodwin like on my roster.
Yeah, it rises my interest a lot because I get to play. I have to pay attention to a lot more games I usually wouldn't pay attention to because I might have players playing in it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you watch games you wouldn't normally watch. And I'm lucky enough to have the red zone package or whatever you want to call it on TV.
I already love football, but yeah, it makes it more interesting to watch other teams I don't really like.
Yeah, it certainly helps me follow teams that I wouldn't necessarily follow unless I had a player playing for them.
I mean, I guess you can say yes because of how much I watch football because of fantasy.
Definitely, because I'm more motivated to watch football because of fantasy football. But, like, trust me, I love watching Red Zone. But, yeah, I'm definitely more motivated to watch football.
While playing fantasy football involves a significant amount of preparation, worry, and potential disappointment, many students at law find that it helps for them to bond with their friends. Staff members Mr. Louie and Mr. McPartland also believe that having a school-wide fantasy league fosters a fun and engaging culture. Despite the challenges, fantasy football is seen as a worthwhile activity at law for its social benefits.
Definitely, because we're constantly texting in a group chat about like how our teams are doing and seeing who's winning and who's losing, and we get clowned the person who's losing. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's having like an every week discussion about it, and it's like an everyday occurrence of talking about it. It's a big part of like building friendships and stuff like that.
Yeah, because we're always talking about how we're excited to see our players go at it tonight, and how we keep talking to each other about how we're going to destroy each other next week.
Yes, I only say that because not only does it bring us closer because like the draft day and everything, but you can also like text a few friends, say, hey, you want to come over to watch football together, and you guys bond.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it is because I think it builds rapport. In the hallways, we'll make little comments towards each other, and it's all in good fun. It requires like collaboration too. Sometimes you could talk about like trades. So I think it does. It helps. I think it helps the morale and just gives something that's a point of interest to talk about. Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's, it's not really with teachers that I would never talk to, but as I'm walking through the history department and talking a little bit of smack to some of the other teachers, I think it helps build a community and a bond amongst the teachers that maybe otherwise wouldn't be. So it's a cool way to kind of stay in touch and have a little friendly competition amongst the staff. And I'm lucky enough to have the red zone package or whatever you want to call it on TV. Not right through the interview, Sam. Not right through the interview, Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll cut that part out.